Hello, friends. Welcome to Dedication Thursday. Today's Dedication Thursday goes once again to all those who are in relationships, all those who are in marriages. And our topic for today is breakup, the breakup, relationship breakups. Now, this happens to many relationships, and every other relationship out there is at risk of a breakup. Now, regardless of whether it is a marriage relationship or it is a couple relationship waiting to get married, or it is a friend and a friend relationship, best friend relationship, we are talking about the breakup. And mostly we are considering breakup in terms of relationships, those people who are already in relationships. So welcome, and I want to pray that as we go on with our presentation, it will be able to help you. At some point I present this presentation and somebody asked me, Pastor Counselor, why do you present about breakups? Does it mean you want people to break? No. The reason and the objective of presenting about breakup is to make you aware that there is breakups and what next. What next? Now, this presentation, I have divided it into two parts. Part one, we are going to look at the breakup itself. What feelings or what happens when someone goes through breakup? And part two, we will be looking at healthy ways of breaking up, and coping with breakups. Now, I want to repeat this. The reason of this presentation is not to encourage breakups or relationships to end. The reason of this presentation is to make you aware that yes, it can happen. And when it happens, the presentation seeks to tell you what should you do or what to do. So maybe work together in our first part about feelings or what happens when a breakup occurs. I've decided to start the other way around with the feelings. Feelings when a breakup occurs, or reactions, common reactions when a breakup occurs. Now, listen to this. You are not the first person in the history of the world to have a relationship end. The Bible records of two brothers who separated. Their relationship, because of what they were going through, had to separate, had to end. But the Bible says they separated or they departed in peace. Very important. Lot and his brother, they departed in peace. Now, you're not the first person. So, what are the common reactions to a relationship breakup? Now, the breaking up of an intimate relationship can provoke a variety of difficult feelings and responses, which vary according to the nature of the breakup. And these feelings is what I want us to look at. Some of the feelings are anger, sadness, happiness, loneliness, fear, or uncertainty, and then relief. Now, talking about ending of a relationship, it is often a significant loss. Grief reactions such as sadness, depression, insomnia, anxiety, concentration difficulties, and loss or gain of appetite are very common. Now, these are the common, significant, or common signs or symptoms of a breakup relationship. Now, other feelings and thoughts that may accompany a breakup include the following. Number one, a sense of abandonment, rejection, and loss of self esteem. Number two, a feeling of relief that the relationship is over. But this might take time. Number three, a preoccupation with blaming either oneself or the ex partner. You may feel angry towards your ex partner for causing so much pain, or you may experience feelings of guilt and responsibility for hurting your ex partner. These are a common feeling whenever a breakup occurs. Another feeling, number four, a sense of personal failure that the relationship has ended. You may blame yourself for the problems in the relationship, and continually replay past conflicts, saying to yourself, if only I had done this or that, if only I had said this differently. Now, such thing happens. The blame game. You may start blaming yourself. Another feeling, number 5, is fear of the future without the ex-partner. In particular, the fear that you will never love or be loved again. And this is the point where you find when people succumb to the fear, they end up remaining single forever. They end up remaining like that forever, especially the youths. Another feeling is feelings of loneliness. Can be quite acute, and many people describe their experience as akin to living in a vacuum. This can be particularly distressing if you have lost friends whom you had previously met through your ex-partner. Feelings of loneliness. It's another feeling. Another feeling is feeling overwhelmed and frightened by the intensity of your feelings. There's that feeling of being overwhelmed. Another feeling is confusion surrounding the cause of the breakup and a need to make sense out of it. There's a confusion state. You go into a state of confusion. Another feeling is difficulty in letting go of the relationship and finding any opportunity to contact the ex-partner. This happens. You realize people want to keep on getting in touch with one another because there is that difficulty of letting go. And of course, it depends with how deep or how bonded the partner was before the breakup. Now, another feeling is fluctuating feelings towards the ex-partner, ranging from relief that the relationship is over to intensely missing the person. So there'll be a period of fluctuating feelings. You don't need to be worried after any breakup. This is normal, fluctuating of feelings. Well, having said that, there's also another feeling that is viewing the relationship in a black and white terms. You now come into terms with what has happened. This can involve either a preoccupation with the good or bad aspect of the relationship. Another feeling is anxiety about finances, housing, and especially if previously it was being shared with the ex-partner. And finally, to those who are married and even have children, there is a concern about parenting issues. It becomes a part of the feeling of or what you people go through when there is a breakup. Having said this, I want to tell you 7 stages of grief. Grief, even in any breakup, there is an element of grief. People tend to grieve. Now, the stages of grief, number 1 is shock and denial. Someone goes into shock and starts denying, this has not happened to me, it can't be me. Number 2 is pain and guilt. You feel intense pain in you, and as well as guilt start cropping in. Another stage, number 3, is anger and bargaining. You start feeling angry, even to yourself or to the other person as well. But the element of bargaining comes in. Stage number 4 of grieving when there's a breakup is depression, reflection, and loneliness. That is stage number 4. 3 things: depression, reflection, and loneliness. Stage number 5 is the upward turn. Now, after the loneliness has come in, now the mind starts to acclimatize to what has happened. And then, for purposes of survival, especially for those who know how to end healthy, as we're going to see, there is an upward turn. Stage number 6 is reconstruction and working through reconstruction. Someone starts reconstructing themselves, and we will see this. When do you start working through? When do you start reconstructing yourself and moving again to another relationship? And stage number 7 is acceptance and hope. These are 7 stages about grief when there is a breakup. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for viewing this part 1 of our episode 9. This is episode 9. If you missed any other episode, please kindly subscribe to my channel and go to the family and marriage playlist. You'll find all the other playlists, all the other episodes they are in. Welcome once again to part 2, when we will be looking at two things, that is ending well, healthy ending of a relationship, and how to cope when when there is a breakup. So may good Lord bless you as you walk in your relationship, be it marital relationship, be it friendship, be it any kind of relationship. What I want to say, there is hope. There is hope. There is hope. Stay tuned. God bless you.